Tottenham want to land big signing from Chelsea. According to the Sun's Tom Barclay, Spurs hope to secure this signing as soon as possible after the summer transfer window opens, as Ange Postecoglou wants all his players to be ready for a full pre-season. Gallagher has just 1 year remaining on his current contract with Chelsea. Tottenham are trying to take advantage of this. They are ready to make another offer to Chelsea and get one of the best midfielders in the Premier League. Barclay reports that Chelsea could demand at least £14 million for Gallagher. Premier League trio eyeing deal for Benjamin Sesko. The Premier League appears to be the most likely destination for Sesko, with Arsenal, Chelsea and Manchester United all interested in his signature. Arsenal's interest in Sesko is driven by his potential on the pitch and the relatively small financial outlay required to secure his services. Chelsea, on the other hand, views Sesko as a cheaper alternative to Victor Osimhen, whose release clause is set at much higher. The effectiveness of Sesko's transfer fee could be an important factor for the Blues as they look to rebuild and strengthen their squad without overspending. Manchester United are also on the list, leaning towards a young attacking option to complement the emerging Rasmus Højlund. Arsenal and Chelsea continue their pursuit of the £14 million striker. A report this week suggested that TONEY could be available for as little as £30 million this summer, but Frank was quick to insist that the fee would be too low for a player like TONEY. Thomas Frank said, "Normally I don't discuss the price tag, but I think it's very cheap for a 20-goal scorer in the Premier League." TONEY, who scored 20 goals in the Premier League last season, has made no secret of his desire to play at the highest level, and Frank has mentioned on numerous occasions that Brentford could possibly cash in on him this summer. Barcelona prepares a new contract for Pedri. Romano claims that Barcelona officials intend to offer the playmaker a new long-term contract in the coming months. His last contract extension came in October 2021, with terms keeping him tied to Barcelona until 2026. Barcelona's priority now is to ensure that Pedri remains fit to add 17 games as a starter and 7 games as a substitute to the season. However, according to transfer expert Fabrizio Romano, club officials are working behind the scenes to retain Pedri's services in the long term. Real Madrid will re-sign Lazio defender Mario Gila next summer. The 23-year-old player from Spain joined the Aquile from Los Blancos in July 2022 with a transfer value of around €6 million. As reported by Estadio Deportivo, Los Blancos are thinking about activating the buy-back clause and re-signing Gila in the summer, appreciating his growth with the Bianco Celesti. They can recruit him back and sell him immediately to make a quick profit. However, the final decision is still in the hands of the 23-year-old player, who previously expressed his desire to break into the main squad for the Spanish capital team in the past. Barcelona is eyeing a strategic approach to secure Bernardo Silva. Despite facing financial challenges, Barcelona are determined to strengthen their squad this summer, targeting talented midfielders such as Bernardo. However, before reaching an agreement, the club needs to improve its financial condition and comply with La Liga rules. To this end, Joan Laporta is exploring a strategy similar to the one used for the signing of Roque or in installments, as this approach would allow the club to manage their finances better and allocate costs more efficiently. Barcelona's pursuit of Silva hinges on their financial fair play position, as last summer, the 29-year-old signed a new deal with City, with a £15 million release clause. A few days ago, there was good news that Bernardo is interested in the possibility of joining Barcelona, and for that, he is also willing to make efforts from his side. Manchester City are ready to spend £120 million to sign Jamal Musala. At Manchester City over the years they have had many great dribblers like Ilkay Gundogan, Riyad Mahrez, Rodri, Kevin De Bruyne and Bernardo Silva are just a few examples. However, Mahrez and Gundogan have left, while De Bruyne is struggling with injuries. Bernardo Silva has also been linked with a move elsewhere. Guardiola needs to freshen things up at the club by bringing in another world-class midfielder to replace one of them and play alongside Phil Foden. Bayern will not want to sell him on the cheap, and Musala is expected to cost the club around £120 million, breaking the previous transfer record of £100 million they paid for Jack Grealish in the summer of 2021. Arsenal wants to recruit Bayer Leverkusen defender Grimaldo. According to the Football Transfers report, Bayer Leverkusen's star Grimaldo is one of the top names on Arsenal's list of potential recruits. The report claims that the Gunners are big fans of Grimaldo, who has had a superb season with Xabi Alonso's side this season. Grimaldo has scored 11 goals and contributed a further 15 assists in what has been an incredible season for himself and the club. Hailed as an outstanding fullback for what he did at Leverkusen, Grimaldo is a bit of a late bloomer at 28 years old. However, there is a real chance he could be included in Spain's squad for the Euros this summer. Such is his rise. Arsenal could get the final piece if they can actually land Grimaldo. Cole Palmer is a threat to Bukayo Saka in the England national team. Bukayo Saka has been warned that his place as a starting player in the England squad is under threat, with Cole Palmer tipped to be a key player for the Three Lions. Allegri doesn't care if this is his last season at Juventus. Juventus coach Massimiliano Allegri admits that he doesn't really care if this is his last season with the Bianconeri, as rumours about his future have been circulating for the last few months. Having rejected Milan, Richli Bazoer admits he doesn't regret it. Former Ajax Amsterdam midfielder Richli Bazoer said he had no regrets about failing to join AC Milan, even though he had the opportunity 7 or 8 years ago. Arsenal's biggest problem is Alexander Zinchenko. Theo Walcott notes how Brighton and Hove Albion managed to isolate Alexander Zinchenko, giving him a headache during Arsenal's 3-0 win at the Amex Stadium on Saturday. Gianluca Scamacca. Nobody favours Atalanta against Liverpool. Gianluca Scamacca managed to score 2 goals to give Atalanta a 3-0 lead over Liverpool in the first leg of the Europa League quarter-finals. Theo Hernandez almost left Milan for Atletico. Italian journalists claim Theo Hernandez almost left AC Milan in the transfer market last summer, with Atletico Madrid being his main target, but in the end the transfer failed to materialise. Milan reportedly again targeting Matteo Retegui from Genoa. According to journalist Alessandro Jacopone via Radio Rossonera, the Genoa striker has actually been proposed by his agent to AC Milan and Juventus, with one of the two teams showing greater interest. Gianluca Mancini praised Paulo Dybala's role in the team. In an interview session with the media after the match, he said, "I see players like Dybala giving everything, and this encourages everyone to do their best. Everything is open, but we knew we could come to San Siro to get a result, and we proved it." Milan reportedly interested in bringing in Pierre-Emile Dubjerg. AC Milan are expected to strengthen the squad with a new defensive midfielder in the summer, with Pierre-Emile Dubjerg already linked with the club. Adrien Rabiot tempted by Manchester United and Newcastle. Juventus have reportedly decided to part ways with Adrien Rabiot, and the midfielder is now being tempted by Manchester United and Newcastle United. De Rossi praises Romelu Lukaku's appearance, even though he didn't score a goal or provide an assist, as Roma coach Daniel De Rossi praised Romelu Lukaku's performance in the match against AC Milan. In an interview session after the match, coach Daniel De Rossi praised Lukaku's role. The coach even said that this match was one of the 30-year-old player's best matches.